So much for coming. I'm here today to talk about the importance of friendship. Don't get old without one. Now, in preparing for this little talk, I went on into various journal articles. I'll share several with you afterwards if you're interested. This is just a small amount of the material available on the importance of friendship for women. And what I found in here, there's a UCLA study that's very I should say popular, or people are very excited about. There's actually this study that shows the importance of friendship for women. There's tons of other things here, and I'll show you afterwards. But some of the statistics that I found indicates that 1 out of every 3 women live alone in the USA. That's a huge percentage of the population of women who live alone. Of a study of 100 graduate students, only 16% of them indicated that friendship was a priority for them. That shows you why 33% of the women live alone. The best way, then, to overcome loneliness, if you get to old age and find you're lonely, is to make and keep friends. The reason I became interested in this topic is several weeks ago, my husband and I went and visited our 97-year-old aunt. And it struck me that every time that we've been there, that her phone rings constantly with friends checking in on her, and every day of her life in her old age, she goes out to lunch 7 days a week with a group of living friends. Now they're all in their 70s, 80s, and 90s. They do not miss a day where they aren't interacting with each other either face-to-face or on the phone. Keep in mind, she's 97. She has macular degeneration, which means she can no longer recognize faces and is very dependent on people. But she lives in an independent living retirement place. She gets up every morning and walks her hallways at 5 o'clock in the morning and interacts with whoever she meets in the hallway, and goes out to lunch. Her phone constantly rings. And it has struck me, will I have that many friends when I'm 97 years old? So I began to look at whether developing and maintaining friendships is something that I need to look for to promote good health for myself. We're going to look briefly at that friends are as important as family members, that friendships help reduce and prevent illness, and we're going to look at friendship increases our self-esteem and diminishes our loneliness. Women live longer than men. It's just a known fact. But because we live alone, we're more prone to loneliness. So our female friends actually are equal in their ability to encourage and support us. Friendships provide much needed social support, and they provide us with companionship. The UCL study that I was mentioning earlier has indicated that not having close friends is as detrimental to your health as smoking and being overweight. That's caught my attention. I mean, we always struggle with our bad habits, and for me it's overweight. And by the way, my 97-year-old aunt says, "Do you know that you're overweight?" Have you ever heard of curves? She's a very vocal 97-year-old aunt. But that this is as important as being overweight caught my attention. Friendships contribute to help reduce and eliminate diseases. That's cardiovascular disease, diabetes, stress, depression, and a myriad of other things that friendships, that studies have proven that friendships help diminish the occurrences of those things. There are also, of course, therapeutic aspects to friendship, and it helps reduce the time needed in the counselor's office. So what do we need to do to become good friends and to have friends? We need to become active, whether that's in your church, a social club, exercise, a hobby, a craft. We need to develop new interests. Again, back to developing hobbies and things that interest us, that perhaps we can invite a friend to share in those activities with us. We need to keep in close contact with the friends that we have, as well as look for opportunities to make friends with other people. And we need to be a friend ourselves. We need to remember that family is important, but friends are just as important. We need to remember that friendships bring pleasure and satisfaction, and it helps eliminate this loneliness. So take time today to review your friends and to review how they influence your life. Think about what your life will look like 10, 20, 30 years from now, and whether those same friends will be calling you and keeping in contact with you for both yourself and for them on eliminating loneliness. And I thank you for your time.